In this video, we're going to be covering the game Little Birdie Feeders. This is one of the original games in the arcade, and it has always been considered to be one of the games with the highest payout. The objective of the game is simple. Feed the birds by throwing the seeds into the arena. The circle that they fall into will earn you points based on the number that they represent. But that does not mean that this game is simple. In fact, you can spend quite a lot of time learning how to aim properly for the highest score. And that is where I come in. As a friend to all things bird, it is my duty to help with feeding them as much as possible. There are 3 achievements tied to this game. The Delicious achievement requires you to throw the ball into the center cup a total of 10 times. The next 2 achievements are much more difficult, with the Night of the Bird achievement requiring you to score 3,000 points in a single game, and the Sweet Snacks achievement, which requires you to score in the center bird basket 5 times in a single game. So let's dive right into the game and feed us some birds. In games like The Offering, you can normally find the sweet spot to aim and simply keep your crosshair in the same spot. This game does not let you do that, however, because every single time you throw the ball, you will need to look down and pick up another one. So our main goal is to be able to quickly get back to aiming and shooting the ball. By throwing the balls into the center cup, we will earn 500 points. And the more we shoot into the center cup, the more of a bonus we will get at the end of the game. The biggest obstacles are the birdies themselves. They will periodically move the basket over the center bucket to block your shots, so you need to make sure to time your shot every single time you take one. We are limited to 8 balls per game, and the game is also on a timer too. If you wait for the birds to uncover the center cup each time and throw 1 ball, you will only be able to get 6 balls total before the time runs out. So to score the most points possible, you need to throw at least 2 groups of 2 balls when the birds uncover the basket. The trick is to not be in too much of a rush, so learn the timing and you will have no trouble in dealing with this time limit. So now it's time for the most important thing, which is of course aiming. The angle that I find works the best for me is the one that you are seeing up on the screen. When I line up the shot, I will move the ball onto the top of the center cup. The exact location is right above the white feathers, almost as if they were holding the ball up. Keep in mind that I have my game set to the default 90 field of view, so you might have to adjust your game as needed. From this location, I'll begin to charge my shot, and I release the shot right as the ball moves above the 125 point marker on that center hole. From my experience, the basket will act as a solid object, but only for the first throw, meaning that the remaining throws will have the ball go through the basket as long as it's not directly covering up the center cup. So as long as you are aiming and releasing properly, you will be able to score in the 500 point basket. When you score into the 500 point basket, you will hear a unique sound associated with it. Use this as a way to tell if you scored the shot properly, because once you throw the ball, your first instinct should be to go down and pick up the next ball, rather than looking at the previous shot and seeing how well that did. When the basket is on top of the 500 point hole, try to time your shot so once you throw it, the basket will have just cleared out of the way. This will give you enough time to pick up 2 balls and shoot them at the goal without having to worry about the basket covering it. Remember that you will only be able to throw 6 out of the 8 balls if you just are able to throw 1 per basket. So being able to throw 2 in quick succession will be able to help you out greatly at the beginning of the game. Be patient and wait for that perfect game to come around, and you should have no issues getting the 5 balls to land into the center cup, and maybe at the same time getting the 3,000 point total game. This game was one of my better games, scoring me 3,600 points and earning me 500 tickets. I'm not sure how these folks were able to score 4,000 or 4,500 even, but this game is limited to 500 tickets as a payout anyways. So there we have it, a simple game with an easy enough strategy. Scoring enough points here only took me a few attempts, so hopefully for you, you'll be able to get it done in no time. Keep those birds fat and happy, and I will see you all next time.